Welcome, my name is Colleen Tauke and I'm the sewing specialist here at Fons & Porter. In this Quilting Quickly tutorial, I will show you how to make the blocks for the quilt called Wallflowers. If you'd like to purchase our pattern, please visit our website. We're going to be working from a collection of 10-inch squares. We're adding a background fabric, an inner border and binding, a fun little yellow for the center of our flowers, and then an outside border or a white border that makes it all just kind of pop together. So we're going to start with those 10-inch squares, and you're going to follow your instructions for the number of squares that you need to cut. The nice part about this is starting with 10-inch squares is that you have a good variety of fabrics that all go together. This is one collection of blues, turquoises, and greens that all just really work well together. So what we're going to be doing then is creating this as the block. So from those 10-inch squares, you're cutting 4 pieces that go together for the petals of our flower. And as we begin to work on those, you're going to be using 3 white squares and 1 yellow. It starts as a square, it'll end up as a triangle also, for a petal. So let's make this part of the unit or the block. What we're going to be doing is we need just a simple ruler that we can draw lines with. I'm just using a 1x6, it's really easy to work with. We're going to be marking a diagonal seam, corner to corner, across a block. And we're going to do that on all 3 of the white squares and on the back side of our yellow smaller square that we're going to make be part of our flower. So the nice part is that you can go through the required number of pieces and you can mark all of these in advance. Now we're going to be adding white to opposite corners. So we can do 2 pieces at once, opposite corners, like this. So we can stitch here, here, and at the same time we're working on that, we can also add 1 yellow square because it's small and it's not going to overlap here, so we don't have to take it back and forth so many times. We can do 3 of these seams at once, then take it to the iron. Now I have one that's already stitched. I'll slide in here beside it. I've stitched on that marked line on all 3, left 1 open. At this point we're going to take this to the ironing board and we're going to heat set all of those seams, warm the whole thing up, and then we're going to open out our triangles. Now the idea is that the triangle that we pull open should cover the piece underneath exactly if it's done properly. So open up and see if we've got it all covered. There we go. And then we're going to be trimming next. And we can use a scissors or we can use a rotary cutter, whatever is closest and most available. So we're going to cut away the underneath layers that we don't need, simply leaving approximately a 1/4 inch seam allowance behind. The nice part about this is that we're sewing on lines and we don't have to worry about a 1/4 inch seam yet. We will when we start to put the blocks together, but at this point, trim away. And then all we have left to do is finish the last side. So we need to come in here. That 3rd white square gets stitched here, again, corner to corner, flipped out and trimmed in the same manner as you did the others. And then you would have ones that look like this. And then it's just about placement. You're going to make 4 identical like this. And you're going to be just rotating the positioning so that all of the yellow always comes to the center and makes your flower block. Now join, when you have the 4 ready, you join these together to make a row, join this to make a row, and then join the rows to make your flower petals. Then you have inner borders, a couple of different sizes. Follow the instructions for the size to cut those and apply those side to side, then top to bottom. You're also going to be making some half blocks, and they are made in the same manner as the others. You just take 2 petals that match, and you're going to put those stacked side by side like this, and those become the pieces that you see in that outer border all the way around, then finish it with a small white border to make those petals kind of float, and you've created wallflowers. If you'd like to see more of our video tutorials, please visit our website. Thanks for joining me.